Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of I Am Legion for Dying Light 1 and 2 and now Dead Island. So tonight I also released a version of the mod that will work with Dead Island in anticipation for the latest release, Dead Island 2, which comes out here in about 10 and a half hours. Super excited, looking forward to that release. I'll be playing that tomorrow and looking forward to your guys' feedback. But tonight, what we're doing, it's been a long day of updates. Tonight, I'm streaming out and continuing to play through another clean playthrough of the latest version of Dying Light 2, which is 1.10.1.e. I did it. So this latest version was a little tricky one to get patched. For those of you that are part of the Discord community, you saw multiple releases today trying to get things out so that you guys could enjoy it. I'm here tonight to just relax, sip a beer, talk about modding, and get your guys' thoughts and feelings about the latest versions. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the Discord community. Thank you for your support. Huge shout out to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for keeping the mod alive, continuing to grow the community, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, as we play through here, I'm playing the Ultimate Edition of the mod. And so I was testing this out earlier. I'm finally happy to say that even though the mod was able to get in the cliff falls previously, a couple of weeks ago I was able to actually get that into the game. There wasn't really any natural progression of that system because a lot of the code was still preventing them from properly using those ledges. I'm happy to say with this latest version that they have finally updated the code to where the concept of ragdoll off of a ledge is possible. So you now have the idea of going into a dark zone or an interior, changing your mind, running out the front door, and potentially having them stumble off the cliff behind you. Super excited to test that out more. I'm not entirely sure if that works or doesn't work, how it works, but we're going to test out tonight and continue to try to test the game. I had a stream going last night that I felt like the stream quality, even though it looks good on this side, I've had some technical difficulties. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me. I think the stream rate is still acting up a little bit on me, and so I'm still trying to identify what's causing that. Please continue to keep me posted on how that stream is doing. I want you guys to be able to watch and enjoy, and if it's coming across stuttery, that's not good for anybody. So in addition to maxing out all the visual settings, so they've continued to release some new fun updates to the graphics. I've also worked on my reshade, which with the reshade, when it loads, when you actually tab out, tab back in, for some reason with all the settings maxed out on the game, it now causes the whole thing to kind of stutter back into position. So that's something to continue to look at. You can see there the time sync kind of catches up. But these are things that every time there's a major update, I feel like the engine goes through some trials and tribulations. So I've continued to balance the code out, and it looks like my prologue code is still continuing to work here, so we don't have runners here in the prologue, but they should have that increased sense and be able to detect me inside that house. So let's see if that's actually working here. And I did notice that for some reason it doesn't look like my flashlight is really working, and I can't remember if that's something that's standard, that if you get that flashlight when you first start. I thought you did, but I was just noticing when I was going through the building earlier that the flashlight looked like it wasn't really doing much. So might have to double down on that, because you should have the flashlight in here. But I just noticed that it didn't show up, and everything's locked here at the bottom. So gonna have to double check some of the code. There was a lot of bug fixes today due to the fact that they've gone behind So this happened last time where they did this dismantle code. I feel like the dismantle system has really thrown them for a loop, where every time they do an update where the dismantle code shows back up, I feel like they're having to restructure things on the back end pretty severely, and this time with the inventory, that happened again, where there was a pretty severe overhaul to the entire back end of the code for the inventory to be able to support the idea of dismantle. And I still don't actually know whether it's in the game. I haven't tried to. Well, it showed up in the inventory, so my guess is that it is live. Last time they had this update, they also had dismantle code in there, but you couldn't actually use it. So I was actually trying to turn that system on the other end of things, but ended up never being able to get that really working due to where they had that turned off in the code somewhere. And so far, I am pretty pleasantly surprised here. Normally in Ultimate, you would have all of these guys running after you as you go through this area, but I have worked pretty hard to try to make sure that you can get through the prologue without getting slaughtered. But I was hoping to show you guys a little bit more intensity here. We'll see how this goes. So it's still got that thing where you sink straight to the bottom immediately. The water system has never really seemed fully implemented in here. And it does look like it's gotten a lot better, especially with that. There used to be kind of a weird visual quality to the water, but I feel like they've improved that in this latest version. Oh, also I forgot, let me go ahead and share on the Discord so that if anybody on there wants to jump in, they can come watch. Let me see if it messed up that image again. Looks like the image for this stream is still screwy. I keep trying to switch between the two, and yeah, it did it again. Got a lot of different games going now. So let's get this corrected and hit save. Remove that in bed. Alright, sorry guys, let's continue onward. And it looks like it's going to do that load effect again. This is one of the reasons I haven't released the reshade yet, due to this issue. Mainly because I also haven't fully balanced it how I would like to. It's pretty good. I mean, I really enjoy the visual quality here. I think I've gotten it to a pretty good balance. But I want to continue to test on interiors and kind of figure out if this is too much contrast. I definitely feel like I should have a flashlight at this point. So that may actually be some bug that I'm not aware of. Looks like the visual quality has just gotten a lot better since the initial release. For those of you that are on the stream right now, on my side, it looks a little stuttery on the quality on that side. Plus, it looks like it has kind of a blur effect or film to it. I hope you guys aren't seeing that on the other side here. Alright, And actually, I want to go test out because we should be on Ultimate right now. And a lot of these guys should be... No? Okay, that's definitely Survivor. Click here. It's on Ultimate. Let's continue to move towards the city and see if maybe some of the settings have somehow gotten messed up here. Hopefully not. Did it again. I clicked off. Yeah, this is kind of why I've been using a blend between NVIDIA's Alt F3 settings and Reshade, because this is just, with this latest version, I think I'm going to have to probably lose the Reshade for a little bit until they patch out whatever's causing that. So I think that's specific to DirectX 12 that's causing that issue. So I was able to, so for those of you that have followed on the Discord community, there is a new bug in there that's related to the save games and the cloud sync. I was able to finally get around it somewhat, and that's where I basically had to delete out all of the content out of my app data and then out of my documents folder, not app data, sorry, but the Steam folder. And then once I deleted all of that out, I then had to, okay. I then had to basically install one save at a time over the one that was in there, and then force sync. So on Steam, basically tell it to no longer sync the save games, and then make sure that that save game was replaced, and then once it was replaced, then turn it back on. And so Steam would basically force you to, it would like force the system to actually update. But sadly, it's not quite as easy as it once was. And where is that flashlight? So I do think that this is definitely a bug, because I feel like
it's already dark.
Should
it's time to hide somewhere for the night.
Definitely have a flashlight.
Any better than this?
Only a problem if you're starting a new game, I guess, and you don't have one. So there's got to be something where it's setting up the new game without one for some reason. So the secret to this area, and yes, for those of you that are still curious, I have tried to turn off her her ability to always hit the player. Her aim hacks. But so far, that's been really well coded into the game. This is always my favorite thing. You just go inside and she immediately dies. Also, I'm guessing that's because there's interior code in here. PK dog tag. Alright. See, I think they also can't come inside for whatever reason. They kind of glitched this area for whatever reason. Oh, come on. Because I think it's gonna make me fight her again. Yup. And also, I have noticed that she does this like standing in the air lag. I still have to figure out why that system is no longer working. Where did she end up? Ooh. That was my fault. I think she'll come inside if I go upstairs. Yeah, they really did make this like a somewhat safe zone, I guess. Interesting. So I wonder if it probably is going to force me to go kill everybody first, because I have to start the generator outside. I wonder if it'll let me go do this.
Okay, let's give it a try.
So I got a stash bag in here. This zombie is not going to like it if I get to my stash bag.
This is it. The broadcast station. I gotta start the generator.
Before I can get into my stash bag? It's powered on. It's a powered on stash bag. I feel like the last time I played this through, I also ended up with more weapons, which was interesting that this time I only got to this point with a single bat. Never found a single blade. So I think what happened last time is all three of them hit me at the same time here. Only winning because of the technicality here. And it just spawned more. Have to go get her. Was it like limited to... Oh shit. Because last time this went well. Ah, she's dead. Alright, good.
That was close.
I'm gonna need to do like a restore on the Night Runner tools. That content's not available in the prologue. Everything else is, though. So I'm curious if I try to do this with a companion. Let's. Oh, wait. Can I not do most of these? Content not available in the prologue. They recently added that. Huh. Why not just turn off the whole tab? Because last time I was able to get a paraglider, so that's new. Huh. Okay.
Let's roll. This is it. Enough of that. Time to cut. This is Aiden.
So maybe it'll let me get it now. No. So they really did put like some type of stash block on there. I didn't see that in the code, so I am interested what's called in that. But last time I was able to grab the paragliders and just glide all the way down to the objective here. Looks like the surface is actually a little weird. It's like once you hit a certain level, the scale isn't able to properly...
Hello? Hey, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. That means you must be close.
I swam across the lake.
So, you've almost reached the tunnels. There's an entrance, the only one the GRE left when they sealed up the city. I'm coming from the other side. Hurry up.
And
What's wrong?
also,
Hurry.
I'm going to boost the game audio here. I'm actually going to mute the mic so that we can enjoy the game. I'm going to mute this for now.